tale of the tape for tonight's main event. A BKFC middleweight world title eliminator, David Rickles versus Mike Richman.
I mean, Sean, if you look here, everything seems extremely even. Only thing that jumps out is the height. Richman, 3 inches shorter than Dave Rickles. David likes to be the taller guy. Go in there and lean on his opponent, make him carry his weight. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Mike Richman, undefeated through 4 bare-knuckle bouts, 2-0 in BKFC. Had an outstanding pro MMA career that spanned 26 fights, including 12 in Bellator, where he fought almost unbelievably 135 and 145 pounds. Richman said, I'm going to utilize footwork and counter-punching, constant body shots. I have to be accurate against David Rickles.
Absolutely. He said he feels like he has a very high fight IQ that he's got to utilize. He knows what his opponent's going to do. He'll try and get inside. It's up to him to counter, land to the body, and that's what he has to do to win this fight, body work.
With absolutely no bravado in our fighter meeting, Mike Richman said, this fight will ultimately come down to who can implement their pace.
Absolutely. He said he doesn't want to get drawn into this dogfight, into this brawling fight. He cannot get into the clinch. He has to work on staying on the outside. Every time his opponent tries to get in there, utilize what we've seen tonight, what Jared Moore was able to do, and tighten up and make them split you back up.
David Rickles, as you hear, massively popular in his home city, Wichita, Kansas. 2-0 in BKFC. 21-6 with 2 no contests in his pro MMA career. Fought 23 times in Bellator. That's tied for 2nd most in promotional history. Tied for 4th most in wins in Bellator history. Rickles describes his style as quote-unquote calculated madness.
I love that quote. That was one of the best ones I've heard. Says he really wants to focus on his cardio because he's not sure if Richman has it. We haven't seen him in the deep waters. He wants to pull him in there, put his weight on him, and drown him at the end.
David Rickles said, I have to get through the opening 2 rounds. Into round number 3, I start taking over this fight. To get to round 3, I have to avoid big shots, be smart on my entries, stay to the inside. Main event time. Here we go with Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the main event. For a BKFC middleweight world title eliminator, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds, presented to you by Onnit Total Human Optimization, sanctioned by the Kansas State Athletic Commission, Executive Director Adam Rohrbach. Our 3 judges scoring our main event: Kevin Champion, Greg DeVilbiss, Al Mildren. And the 3rd man inside the squared circle, our referee in charge of the action at the bell, Kerry Hatley. And now, with our bare knuckle fight fans watching live worldwide on Bare Knuckle TV from the Intrust Bank Arena, fight fans of Wichita, it's time to knuckle up! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears gold with tiger print. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 173.6 pounds. He is undefeated in the squared circle at 2-0. Fighting out of Rosemount, Minnesota, here is Mike the Marine Richman. Richman. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears white. He stands an even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 174.5 pounds. He is also undefeated at 2-0. Fighting out of Derby, Kansas, here is Dave the Caveman Rickles.
Two first-class fighters, two first-class people. Nothing but respect between these two.
That's what you work for right here,
But this is all business now.
Throw the line. Ready? Knuckle up.
Round number one. Red trunks for David Rickles. Tiger print trunks for Mike Richman. The jab from Richman. Rickles staying well outside of the pocket. Rickles to the inside. Good land with the right hand. There's the left hand from the southpaw stance for Mike Richman. Rickles with the right hand, another right hand. Now Rickles to the inside, lands that short right hand. Richman immediately cut under his right eye.
There goes the Marine trying to work the body already.
Bouncing the step of David Rickles. Hard left to the body from Richman. Rickles walking through it. Rickles continuing to pump the jab. Now it's Rickles cut under his right eye.
This is where Rickles has to be creative, trying to continue to not come straight forward, not be in the range of his opponent.
Rickles exactly where he wants to be, in the mid-range. Now it's Richman turning, landing. Rickles coming forward, caught on the counter, and ruled a knockdown by Kerry Hadley.
Looked like he just called those just a flash knockdown. Didn't really hurt Rickles very much.
Rickles wanted to be in the mid-range. He did not want to stay in the mid-range, and he got caught in the mid-range, Chris.
Absolutely.
Overhand right lands for Mike Richman. Rickles coming forward again. Big shot, and down goes David Rickles for the second time in round one.
He's cut open in a couple different places right now. I don't know if he's getting done, Sean.
Rickles up at 8.
Here we go.
See the smear of blood on the face of David Rickles. The bell. That is the end of round one.
What a tough round right there for Rickles. He's got to do something different. He continues to stay in that mid-range. He talked about not wanting to be in. When he's getting in close, he's got to grab Mike Richman. He's got to be heavy on him. He talked about that. Wear him down. Make him carry his weight. Pull his head down. He's not doing that. He's getting falling in love with throwing punches. He cannot do that against a sniper.
Hey, let me see some clinch too, okay? Let me see some clinch in there when you're in the pocket. Hey, you got it.
And here it is right there.
Here, have a drink.
Inside, just didn't really see the good punch right there.
Sorry, you gotta stay on it. Don't give it in. We like this kind of party. Hey, look at me. We like this kind of party. We came here for
Nothing
this.
looking really 100% clean, but you can see the face. He's been hit several times.
Keep your feet moving. Moving right.
Baby, let's go.
10-7, very difficult round right there. Richmond's gonna be able to cruise if he wants to, but that's not his style.
Joe Wilk trying to motivate his best friend David Rickles, saying, we like this party.
All right, here we go. Throw the line, gentlemen. Ready? Knuckle up.
But Rickles dropped twice by Mike Richman around number one again. Rickles wants to get in the mid-range throw and then enter the pocket, but he was caught standing in the mid-range. Richman wants to be outside the mid-range to land hard and straight. Big right hand lands again from Mike Richman. Down a third time goes David Rickles.
And Rickles has got to quit staying in that mid-range. He's not grabbing his opponent and trying to push him around. I don't know if he's getting up here.
7, 8, 9, 10.
The count of 10 is reached, and the dominance continues for Mike Richman.
Once again, does not go past the second round. Unbelievable. unbelievable performance right there. He showed so much in that. He can deal with all different kinds of styles. He can deal with pressure. He can deal with people staying on the outside. Man, he's going to be tough to deal with for anybody in this weight class. And right here it is, just body punch, head punch right there. But Rickles is tough. He continued to take it. He just couldn't continue to take it anymore. Body, that was it. He ran that left to the body, right. Continue, I mean, just sniper, pinpoint, accurate. It's going to be tough to deal with for anybody.
With no hyperbole, Chris, David Rickles is a world-class MMA fighter. He is a world-class bare knuckle fighter, and he was obliterated in 2 rounds by Mike Richman.
I mean, Richman fights like he's a 135-pounder, but he's fighting at 175. He's able to land with power, but he fights like a smaller guy. It's going to be tough to deal with.
Rickles down twice in round number 1. Down in round number 2, took the full 10 count from Kerry Hatley, and in 8, he started shaking his head no.
Tough night for Dave Rickles right there, but he'll be back.
David Rickles knew he had to get past the first 2 rounds. That's where he felt Mike Richman was most dangerous. Indeed, you saw the danger of Richman. He was caught, cut under his right eye, and then Richman absolutely took over. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Kerry Hatley, reaches the count of 10 at 31 seconds into round number 2 for your winner by KO. And he is now your new challenger for the BKFC World Middleweight Championship, Mike the Marine Richman.
All right, I got Mike Richman here. Congratulations, my friend. You come into the hometown here. You have a knockdown, drag out here with Dave Rickles. He continued to get up. Were you surprised that the caveman continued to get up over and over again there in that first round?
No, I'm not surprised. The caveman is an animal. He was a tough dude. I just know I'll be able to keep putting people down. It's just their toughness is what will get them up or not.
Well, you're one step closer now. One step closer to having that world championship around your waist. Do you have a message for the champion out there who we know is watching very closely?
I'm already the fucking champ, man. Period. But I'll take him out too.
That's who it is right here, guys. Make some noise here for your new #1 contender, Mike the Marine Richman.
And Sean, I don't know if we have another fighter in all BKFC who's been as down as this guy, and he doesn't appear to have any holes in his game right now.
Well, in 3 fights in BKFC, that's the first time that we've seen Richman caught. He was hit hard, cut under his right eye, and then came back to record 3 consecutive knockdowns. The winner in our main event of the evening by way of 2nd round KO, Mike Richman defeats David Rickles.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 31 on Saturday, October 15th. In the main event, the interim light heavyweight championship of the world is up for grabs when 2 undefeated warriors clash. It's Mike the Marine Richman versus Isaac the Honey Badger Doolittle. Then, in the co-main event, combat sports vets drop the gloves and fight bare knuckle when Brandon Girtz battles a man trying to stay on the winning track, Jake Lindsey. Watch it live. Download the BKFC app at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for only $4.99 per month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including unlimited access to the full library of BKFC pay-per-views, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live Bare Knuckle fights from around the globe. You can access it anywhere you want, anytime you want, instantly, on most streaming devices. It's all available right now on the new BKFC app. All here for only $4.99 a month. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app. Still only $4.99 a month.
Right now it's our co-main, a 185-pound world title eliminator. You see our numbers. They are presented by Crescent Tools. Isaac Doolittle versus Jared Warren.
And talk about race, Sean. Look at the reach advantage for Jared Warren. Huge reach advantage. We've talked about it. Isaac Doolittle said there's no question. I have to get inside if I want to win this fight. Warren knows this. Doolittle knows this. That's what's going to happen for this to be Isaac Doolittle's fight.
3 wins in BKFC for Jared Warren. All 3 victories coming in round number 1.
So obviously coming in round 1, they're coming by knockout. This guy's got heavy hands right there. You can see right there, delayed reaction against O'Shaughnessy, but hits him hard, puts him down, puts him away a little bit later. Fantastic power. This guy's moved, dedicated his whole life. He's changed his camp up. He's looked fantastic ever since, ending with 2 first-round knockouts ever since, and right here, devastating power with that left hand. If he gets a chance to land that, and he does, it's going to be hard for anybody to stand up to it, Sean.
Jared Warren, this is bout number 5 in BKFC. He's also fought 3 times in his pro MMA career, 15 times as an AMI in kickboxing. Warren said, when I came to BKFC, I used the kickboxer's stance and the kickboxer's range. He switched gyms. He started working with Jihad Winkfield, who is also the trainer of Martin Trey Brown. He said, he broke me down, he built me up. I am a completely different fighter now in bare knuckle.
He said he explains everything much better for him, does Jihad. He said his head movement's better, his footwork's better. He does a lot less sparring and more technique, which is key for him.
Warren said, I have to stay on the outside. If I establish my reach advantage, I know only I can land from that distance. Isaac Doolittle, 2 wins in BKFC. His most recent coming last October. He defeated Jay Jackson by majority decision.
And what we talked about, Isaac Doolittle knows exactly what he needs to do. He has an ability to make people fight his fight. His fight's inside. Look, that's what he does. I've never seen somebody with the ability to make everybody fight the way he wants to, but that's why he's been able to be 2-0 in there, fighting his style, making it work for him. That's what he's going to have to do tonight to get the victory.
Isaac Doolittle, 2-0 in BKFC. Overall in bare knuckle, he is 3-0. Has fought 3 times in his pro MMA career. Doolittle holds a bachelor's degree in biochemistry and molecular biophysics. He brings that very cerebral approach to fighting. Doolittle said, if I stay on the outside, I'm getting knocked out. I'm getting concussed by Jared Warren. He said, quote, there's no subtlety to my game plan. Inside, stay inside, clinch, make it dirty, continually pressure Jared Warren.
Absolutely, and we know that, everybody knows that. Doesn't have a long reach, very short reach, so he's got to work to get inside, utilize head movement, utilize whatever he has to, push off that back fit to get in deep, but he cannot continue to take punches as he gets inside, but that's where that being a smart fighter comes in, Sean, utilizing head movement to get inside.
To get our co-main event started, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the co-main event, which is for a BKFC light heavyweight world title eliminator, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds, presented to you by Crescent Tools. Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, he wears snakeskin. He stands 6 feet, 1 inch tall. His official weight, 185.6 pounds. His bare knuckle record stands at 3 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Tampa, Florida, here is Jared, Captain Deadpool Warren. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 183.8 pounds. He is undefeated in the squared circle at 3-0. Fighting out of Abilene, Kansas. Here is the undefeated Isaac Honey Badger Doolittle. And our referee in charge of the action, Nick Barons.
In preparation for tonight's co-main versus Jared Warren, Isaac Doolittle said, I studied custom-auto fighters. Mike Tyson, Floyd Patterson, Jose Torres. I looked at their entries. I have to enter effectively.
All right, gentlemen. Toe the line. Knuckle it.
Round number 1. Black trunks for Isaac Doolittle. Great trunks for Jared Warren.
So this is where we have that classic southpaw versus a right-handed fighter. It's those straight punches right down the pipe.
Nothing but respect between these two fighters. There's the long straight jab from Warren. Right now this is 100% the range that Warren wants. Doolittle feinting, thinking about those custom auto-like entries.
And you can just see right now, Warren has that left hand just cocked and ready. As soon as Doolittle tries to get inside, he's going to try and throw that right down and break his nose.
Nothing reckless from either fighter. Smart, tactical. Warren from the southpaw stance, loading up on that left hand. Doolittle looking for the open level change. Couldn't find his way into the clinch.
And there it was right there. Even though Doolittle came in and didn't really try and commit totally, you could just see Warren threw that left hand. Just letting his opponent know it's there. To be careful every time you come in, I'm going to hit you.
Straight jab by Warren. 45 seconds remaining, round 1. Doolittle showing the head movement. Warren opening up his right hand to catch those left-handed jabs of Isaac Doolittle. There's the roll under into the clinch. First full entry into the pocket. Now double unders by Jared Warren. So smart, Chris, that he gets the immediate break from Nick Barons.
I mean, great job. Doolittle finally gets in and was able to do absolutely nothing.
Closing seconds, round number 1 of our co-main. It's a BKFC light heavyweight world title eliminator. Isaac Doolittle versus Jared Warren. We move to round 2.
The Crescent Lufkin Shock Force tape measure has the durability to handle any chop side. Measure faster with the 14-foot standout and 2-sided blade with easy-to-read markings. Did we mention the durability? Crescent tools, trusted by the trades. Available now at your local tool retailers.
Now we gotta make it happen.
So it looked like that was all 3 judges gave that round to Warren.
What? Yeah, no, we're down. Yeah, he won that round, 10-9 down. Huh? Yeah. How you feel?
Looked like Doolittle really had trouble trying to figure out that range, how to get in without taking that shot. Neither guy was coming in reckless, so I know Doolittle wants Warren to come in and engage. It makes it easy for him to get that clinch. Warren's not biting, he's waiting to counter. If Doolittle comes in, he can still land that jab, can Warren. And Doolittle can't land, so he has to come in. He's going to have to make this fight happen. Warren might be just as happy to stay on the outside and land that jab.
Just got a sense of this great crowd here at Intrust Bank Arena in downtown Wichita, Kansas. This is a smart, enthusiastic fight crowd. They're firmly behind the home state fighter from Abilene, Isaac Doolittle. Warren continuing to load the left hand. Doolittle continuing to look for the entry, putting out the left. Stiff left jab from Jared Warren. Warren to the body with the left hand, step jab right hand.
Such a tactical fight right now. It's that awkward head movement, jerking style right now. Doolittle trying to work to get inside. I'd like to see the uppercut up there. There's the uppercut right there. Good job by Warren.
Warren uppercutting to Doolittle's body. Doolittle on the overhand right. So far, this range has been in favor of Jared Warren. Doolittle looking for the roll under.
I mean, Doolittle doing a good job with the head movement right there to get inside. I'd like to see him push off that back foot and really throw some hard jabs and really do that step jab.
Twice now, Doolittle has gotten in, and both times Warren immediately snatching the double overhooks to get the separation. Warren is simply not playing in the clinch. There's a big right hand by Isaac Doolittle on the overhand. Doolittle is cut on his left cheek. All things being equal, that's a great place to be cut.
Man, and there's those uppercuts right now. Warren's really starting to see exactly what I'm seeing right there.
Now Doolittle coming in, landing uppercuts, big left hand and the right hand. And down goes Jared Warren.
Wow, huge job. Huge shots being landed right there, and Warren is still hurt.
6, 7, 8. You good to go? Come to me. Come this way.
Final seconds, round number 2. Doolittle again on the level change. Uppercut by Jared Warren. Big left hand, the right hand. There is the bell and the end of the second round. Doolittle immediately apologizing. We couldn't hear the bell. It got so loud here at Intrust Bank Arena. Doolittle apologizing to Nick Barons and Jared Warren, saying, I simply did not hear the bell. Sorry for the late punches.
And Warren was doing a great job of landing some uppercuts in that round. In total control, he just got caught with a couple punches. And Doolittle hits hard when he's in there, and he's going to show it right here, I believe.
Fucking hit it.
Uppercut, left hand, just overwhelming with hard shots right there. Just overwhelming. And that's exactly what happens when Doolittle can get in his range. He's a power puncher, exactly like this. All it takes is that first punch. Once he knocks you off balance, he can continue to overwhelm. It's going to be hard to continue to grab your opponent like that.
You can't move away from it. You got to close your eyes.
Obviously, a 10-8 round right there is going to put Isaac Doolittle in the lead here.
Again, do you see the sportsmanship? Doolittle apologizing for the punches after the bell.
For the line. Knuckle.
Round 3.
I think both guys know what they have to do right now. They're just getting a feel for the fight.
Doolittle rushing in. Shots to the body.
And they're going to let that go because he's continuing to land.
Warren could actually lock up a guillotine to get to separation.
Stop. Let's separate.
See clinching up, over under, right back to it. Doolittle again coming forward.
Warren's going to continue to try and land those uppercuts. If he times one of them and lands it properly, it could be big trouble for Doolittle, but very difficult to land that punch. I would like to see Warren focus on landing that punch to the body instead of trying to land it to the head.
Chris, as you and I both thought, 10-8 across the board because of the knockdown.
Absolutely.
So one round apiece, but with that 10-8, you see Doolittle 19-18. On all 3 Kansas judges' scorecards. Again, those are official with real-time scoring in Kansas. Big left hand from Warren. Doolittle walked into that left hook. 45 seconds remaining, round number 3. We thought it would be technical. We thought it would be tactical. It certainly is. These are 2 high-level fighters. Good right hand and the left from Doolittle. Good left right back from Warren. Through that naked. Starting to see a lot more of that, Chris, in bare knuckle. Good left hook, didn't fully land. Turned the head of Doolittle, though. Starting to see those 2s without the 1s.
Absolutely. If you could be faster than your opponent, if you could land that 2, it's a beautiful punch.
Overhand right, Doolittle taking himself off balance. The bell, the end of round 3.
Much closer round there, Sean. Both guys did very good things in that round.
Perfect execution. Hey, that was perfect execution. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Sit down. That is what I wanted. All right? That's what we got to do. But I need you when you're pulling out, you got to stay expecting the punches, my man. You hear me? Stay expecting the punches. Stay in the fight. Let me see. Where's the cup? Where's the cup?
One judge got us down, the rest of the judge got us tied. You got to stay on your
And there's Doolittle landing some good punches, pushing Warren back. Luckily for Warren, didn't look like neither one of those hurt him. I don't even know if that final left hand landed, but first one definitely landed.
You got me? 40 seconds. Yeah. The hop step's there. You're gonna. We're up by 2. You won that round too. I don't know fucking how.
Interesting.
Actually, Doolittle did not win that round on the majority, on the minority. So you see 2 of the 3 Kansas judges giving in to Jared Warren, 1 to Isaac Doolittle. Thus the scores reflected. The fight ends right now, which obviously it's not going to because we're in round 4, but had it ended after round 3, that's a majority draw.
Now, Sean, is this a fight where they would actually make it go an extra round because it's a title eliminator?
It is not on the table, Chris, in the state of Kansas.
Okay.
There's definitely some merit in doing that 6th overtime round.
Well, in a situation like this, when you have a title eliminator fight, it's almost like you have to do that. Otherwise, who gets a title fight?
Maybe they can grapple later.
Well, flip a coin, we'll see what happens.
Long way from finishing this world title eliminator at 185 pounds. Big right hand to the body from Warren. Warren again landing, turning Doolittle, straight left hand. Doolittle on the overhand right. 60 seconds remaining round 4. To the inside, big uppercut from Isaac Doolittle. He's now exactly where he wants to be. Again, the double overhooks from Jared Warren. He is so smart with that in this fight, getting out of the clinch.
Absolutely, he's done a great job. What Doolittle thought he would be doing his best work, he's really not able to do right now.
Doolittle continuing the throw, uppercut to the body from Warren as he's driven with his back against the ropes. 35 seconds to go round 4. Doolittle with the hand free, continuing the throw.
Stop for me, fellas. You're awkward. Ready? Separate.
Quick restart from Nick Barron's good referee, keeping this fight flowing. Hands high and tight off the jab for Warren. Warren with the left hand. Roll under from Isaac Doolittle, back to the inside.
I feel like Warren's able to land some really good punches on this one.
Smear of blood on the face of Jared Warren. Cut outside of his right brow. Step away left hand from Warren, lands just before the bell. We move to the 5th and final round.
Warren's looking very tired in there. He's landing good punches, so it's very difficult.
All right?
Take a look at it for me.
You hurt him a couple times in that round, but I don't want you trying to force anything. All right? You can create it, though. If you can create it, if you can open it up, start looking him off. Start looking him off, look to open it up, all right?
Yeah. So, all right, 2 judges got it for you. So you got to give me everything you got this round. I'll call out 1 minute, you hop step. How's that Dempsey roll? Good jab and uppercut. Get that head off line. That uppercut, you gotta land it. Keep going left. Keep going to his like lead right, you know what I mean? So you're going left.
This is the situation moving into the 5th and final round. The fighters know it, the corners know it. 2 judges have it 38-37 Doolittle. 1 judge has it 38-37 Warren. This is exactly what real-time scoring was meant to do. Have the full payoff, full awareness for the fighters in their corners in the final round of a fight.
That way everybody knows. There's no questions. I love it.
Driving pressure from Isaac Doolittle.
Let's have a clean separation.
The hard underhook from Jared Warren.
Jared Warren has done a very good job of stopping the tie-ups right now.
30 seconds gone, 5th and final round of our co-main. Nothing decided. Snap jab from Jared Warren. The knockdown recorded by Isaac Doolittle in round number 2 right now has him ahead in this fight. Make no mistake. That's a mathematical certainty.
Tied up. Knuckle.
back to range, back to distance, overhand right.
Sean, whoever's going to be able to pull a good streak together right here can pull this round out and turn the fight, really could decide what happens right here.
Forward pressure from Jared Warren. 45 seconds remaining, fifth and final round. Reset from Isaac Doolittle. Doolittle tentative off the jab, looking for the entry. On the underhook, into the center circle. Quick break from Nick Behrens. Doolittle on the duck under. Left hook to the body by Jared Warren. Half-time plumb. Both fighters now throwing from the single collar tie.
Stop for me.
20 seconds remaining in our co-main.
This last 20 seconds could decide it, Sean. Whoever can land the biggest punch right now can win this.
Right hand. Oh, that left uppercut just missed from Warren. Threw that hard. Good slip from Doolittle. Back into the clinch. Both fighters continuing to throw. Short right hand, the bell. The end of our co-main event.
Sean, I don't know if that's going to be enough for Warren to be able to get that victory. Or at least the tie, I should say, the draw.
Now the pad holders do not go to the corner after the final round of a fight under real-time scoring in Kansas. So now we have the full.
Here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Greg DeVilbiss scores this fight 47-47, scoring the bout even. And Kevin Champion and Stephen Graham score the fight 48-46 in favor of your winner by majority decision. And he is now the new challenger for the BKFC World Light Heavyweight Championship, Isaac Honey Badger Doolittle.
All right. Standing by here with Isaac Doolittle. Congratulations, my friend. A lot of people kind of had you coming in as an underdog here, taking on Warren, but you tagged him out of the gate. How does it feel, #1 contender for the light heavyweight championship of the world?
It feels amazing, but I want to point out, my coach, this is the one who deserves this. I was nothing. He's molded me.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm sure he does too. But let me talk about this. Let's talk about our current light heavyweight champion, Lorenzo Hunt. Could possibly be Joe Riggs. Do you have a message for whoever the champion will be by the time you get there? You got a message for them?
So both of those guys are beasts. Both of those guys are monsters. I'm going to be the underdog, and I love being the underdog.
There it is. Make some noise out here, Wichita, for your new #1 contender, Isaac Doolittle.
Congratulations, Isaac Doolittle.
She won a monster of a show. Jessica Lee.
There it is. A shout out to his girl as well.
Doolittle was able to do what we talked about in the last few rounds, he was able to utilize that clinch, push Jared Warren around. I feel like that's what won him the fight, Sean.
His girlfriend, Jessica Link, earlier tonight defeating Crystal Pittman by unanimous decision. And a hard-fought majority decision win for Isaac Doolittle. Isaac Doolittle recording the lone knockdown of the fight. It came in round number 2 on that big left hand. Hard fought, well fought from both men. The winner by way of majority decision, Isaac Doolittle defeats Jared Warren.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 31 on Saturday, October 15th. In the main event, the interim light heavyweight championship of the world is up for grabs when 2 undefeated warriors clash. It's Mike the Marine Richman versus Isaac the Honey Badger Doolittle. Then, in the co-main event, combat sports vets drop the gloves and fight bare knuckle when Brandon Girtz battles a man trying to stay on the winning track, Jake Lindsey. Watch it live. Download the BKFC app at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for only $4.99 per month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including unlimited access to the full library of BKFC pay-per-views, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare knuckle fights from around the globe. You can access it anywhere you want, anytime you want, instantly on most streaming devices. It's all available right now on the new BKFC app, all here for only $4.99 a month. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, still only $4.99 a month.
We will be at middleweight for our co-main event. Again, Stamps has fought at heavyweight. Richmond has fought at 135 pounds. You see the numbers. Marcel Stamps versus Mike Richman.
Huge reach advantage right there. Almost a 9-inch reach advantage for Marcel Stamps. Big height advantage to about 6 inches, so he's going to have a great advantage if he can keep it on the outside, land those long jabs and in with that big right hand, while Mike Richman's got to work to do what he can to get inside and land those fast, powerful shots.
Our tale of the tape is presented by Fusion CBD Sports Water. Mike Richman, United States Marine Corps veteran, 26 fights in his pro MMA career, including 12 in Bellator, where he had an outstanding run in the promotion. Richman told us in our fighter meeting, Chris, he has put a premium on footwork and training. He said, I have to be elusive, I have to draw in Marcel Stamps, and then counter-strike.
He's got to work to mix it up. He said he wants to be inside most of the time, but he's got to be able to counter from the outside. It's not going to be that easy to get inside against a guy who's that long and tall and able to throw those kind of punches.
Richman with a very clear-eyed assessment of his opponent, Marcel Stamps. Richman said, I certainly believe that Stamps is more powerful than me. He hits harder than me, but I am the faster fighter. I'm going to throw fast combos. That's what's going to win me this fight.
He feels like he's a better all-around fighter. He's confident in his skills right now. He is a southpaw, but he's actually right-handed, so that throws it off with a little bit more power than most guys have from both hands.
Marcel Stamps has shown athleticism, speed, and punching power in bare knuckle fighting champions.
Absolutely, and it shows right here when he hit Kendall Grove with that hard punch. And look at that knockout. You're not going to see too much of a cleaner, better knockout than right here when he hits Kendall Grove with this hard right shot. Puts him out. Look at that. Kendall Grove totally unconscious right there.
Regulate any stealing of his property. You're damn good too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the stealing, you know, to be handy geek.
Marcel Stamps here in his home state, Alabama. His last fight in BKFC, October of last year, for the heavyweight title versus champion Joey Beltran. Stamps weighed 216.1 pounds for that bout. Tonight, he weighs 180 pounds even.
He feels like he's better at this weight class. He's more comfortable at it. He's faster. He doesn't feel like putting on all that weight was a great thing. He felt like he had a great opportunity to win that fight, but he feels more comfortable. He feels more confident at the lighter weight class.
Stamps said, footwork and constant movement are my keys to victory. I don't want to rush. I definitely believe I will have more power than Mike Richman. I need to throw that power with straight, long punches.
Absolutely. Feels like the most important punch is that jab for him. He says it sets everything up. He wants to remain extremely active, pick his shots, and wait for the openings and take advantage when he finds them.
Marcel Stamps said to Mike Richman, he has good speed. I feel that he will try to constantly pressure me. I have to dictate the rhythm. I have to dictate the range.
Yeah, like every fight we talk about, distance is the most important thing for a lot of these fighters. He understands that, and he wants to keep the fight where he wants to keep it, where his opponent cannot hit him and he can hit his opponent.
To start our co-main event, back to Jeff Houston.
Fight fans, we are now set for the co-main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Presented to you by Fusion CBD Sports Water. All the benefits you need for fast muscle recovery. Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears tiger print and black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 179.2 pounds. He holds a veteran's MMA record, 18 victories opposite 8 defeats, and makes his bare knuckle debut here tonight. Fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, by way of Rosemount, Minnesota. Here is Mike the Marine Richman. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and red. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 181 and 1/2 pounds. His bare knuckle record stands at 2 victories, opposite a single defeat. Here is the former BKFC heavyweight title challenger from Birmingham, Alabama, Marcel Swift Stamps. And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Young.
It's not as simple as the power of Stamps versus the speed of Richman, because Stamps is really fast and Richman is really powerful.
A little bit of everything here.
Okay, gentlemen, toe the line.
Both fighters towing the line up the scratch.
Look when you're ready. Let's knuckle up.
Round number 1. Slide step off of the scratch line for Mike Richman. He's in the yellow and black trunks. Black and red trunks for Marcel Stamps. Richman, there's that left to the body from the southpaw Stamps. Another left to the body. Straight right hand. Stamps, there's that long jab. Right there, Chris, is the range that Marcel Stamps wants in this fight.
Absolutely.
Step in right hand. Big left hand on the left hook. Down goes Marcel Stamps.
And Richman is just being very confusing right out of Stamps.
4, 6, 7, 8.
Christopher Young allowing Stamps to continue. Richman coming forward with purpose. Looking for the level change. There's the right hand. Stamps taking himself off balance. That'll be ruled a slip, correctly so by Christopher Young.
And what is going on? He looks hurt again, even though I don't think he took a punch. He's got to be careful. They're going to count out.
Young just said, I'm going to stop the fight. It's a slip.
It's over. It's over.
Wow! Stamps does not want to continue off of the slip, but before that, he took a thudding punch on the knockdown from Richman, and that is a phenomenal BKFC debut for Mike Richman.
Man, he looked so comfortable out there, so relaxed. He came in with some good body shots, ended with a big head shot. Marcel Stamps says his shoulders hurt. Not really sure if did he fall on it or what exactly happened there. But you can tell right from the beginning, he didn't want to get up the first time he got hit. I don't know if that's when he hurt himself or what happened there. Very impressive for Mike Richman right there, man. Looks so comfortable and relaxed. Here's our replay right there. Oh, looked like he threw a couple body punches, and that had Marcel Stamps looking there. Came over the top with an overhand right. And it was that first big right hand that hurt Stamps. There it was right there. He's still on his feet, but he's not all the way with it. And this a nice little puncher. Look, he's flailing, and there was just a little left hand that put him down, but it was that right hand that hurt him. That knocked him off balance right there.
That rear left hook, Chris, that dropped Stamps. But as you said, I firmly agree, it was the right hand that put Stamps in serious trouble.
Yeah, that was what set it up. He hurt him. He kind of knocked his equilibrium off, and then Stamps was still trying to stay up, but when he got hit again, he just couldn't deal with that. Wow. Once again, this streak of very quick knockouts. No matter what we watch, it'll be the last one that we think will be a knockout. It'll go the distance.
Including our prelims, 9 fights, 9 finishes, BKFC 17. Cool as you like, Mike Richman in his Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut.
I mean, and look at that mustache. I think it kind of says it all right there. He's got the experience of a guy from the 1800s.
Having commentated Richman at 35 and 45, I wondered how he would look. He looks fantastic at middleweight.
Man.
So this is off of the slip. Christopher Young telling Stamps, get up or I'm going to stop it. And even though he went down on the slip, Stamps does not want to continue. That's the end of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, Richman is nice, calm, cool, collected, just like he did during the whole fight.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Chris Young, steps in and calls a stop to this fight due to a shoulder injury at 1 minute, 11 seconds into round number 1 for your winner by TKO, Mike the Marine Richman.
Yeah, great victory right there for Richman. Didn't get to display all the skills he wanted to, but he didn't have to. He went out there and he really confused his opponent, threw a couple good body shots, set up that headshot. That shows the experience he has just in fighting in general. Knocked this guy out.
Brian Soches with the winner.
Wow. Double wow. Wow. Mike Richman, welcome to BKFC. What a debut. I have to ask you, your first time, and it probably didn't go as long as you expected. What did you expect out of this fight? It was probably way different, correct?
First, I want to say, Mason, Miles, Marcella, Rylan, I love you guys. Daddy will be home soon. To answer your question, I'm a motherfucking monster.
That's a great answer, you're a monster. So, my next thing that I have to ask you is that I kept hearing your corner yelling, be patient, be patient. You didn't really have much time to be patient. Was that a big part of the game plan?
I mean, when they're telling me to be patient, they just don't always just attack, overextend, overreach myself, leave myself exposed. You know, just kind of like, you know, brilliant at the basics.
No, I see, look, she took a little shot to the head on the side there, at least slowing up a little bit. After your first bare knuckle fight, your debut, how are you feeling? You think this is a place for you? You're going to be back?
I'm here to wreck shop now. I'm here to check some chins.
He's the Marine Mike Richman, and he's here to check chins, and we're here to send it back to Sean and Chris at ringside. Congratulations.
Marcel Stamps said that he could not continue because of a shoulder injury, but I think that right hand and this rear left hook also played a part in him not continuing, Chris.
Absolutely. After those punches, he did not look like he wanted to be in there at all.
Phenomenal from Mike Richman in his BKFC debut. In our co-main event of the evening, victorious by way of first-round TKO, Mike Richman defeats Marcel Stamps. Chris, so often in combat sports, especially with two extremely skillful fighters such as we have in our main event, it comes down to range. For me, this is all about range.
100%. Whoever's able to get the range they want is going to win the fight.
Round number 1. Tiger print trunks for Mike Richman, white trunks for Dakota Cochran. Outside range preferred for Mike Richman. It'll look straight. Right hand by Cochran, in right back out. Check left hook from Dakota Cochran. Rear right uppercut, a bit audacious, misses from Copeland, and then he's down on the counter from Richman.
I'm a little surprised right now that Cochran's not trying to come forward most of the time. He's staying on the outside.
Taking the mandatory 8 from referee Andrew Glenn is Dakota Cochran. Right back to it. Stepping into the mid-range now is Mike Richman.
If I'm Cochran, I'm trying to push the pace right now and get inside as much as I can. Do that clinch he talked about.
Richman coming forward again. Big shots to the body. Huge thudding shots. And down goes Dakota Cochran for the second time in this opening round.
And he is hurt. Was that body shots that hurt him again? Is that what's going on? He's not getting up, I don't think. No, the body shots got him.
Cochran talking to referee Andrew Glenn.
He better tie.
Says he wants to continue.
He's got to tie his opponent up right now.
No 3 knockdown rule, but I don't know that Glenn will let this go much further. More body shots.
That's it.
Down goes Dakota Cochran. Glenn starts his count again.
He's not getting up, I don't think.
Cochran up again. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1.
He's got to try and stop his opponent right now from throwing these punches. He's got to get on the inside, grab him.
Richman again to the body, misses with the overhand right. Final seconds, round number 1. Cochran down. Glenn starts his count again. Again, you cannot be saved by the bell in any round under this bare knuckle rule set.
And we have not seen body work like this in a complete fight. So many people are saying they want to go to the body and it's working for them.
Glenn will let this fight continue, and that is a 10-6 round for Mike Richman.
Just a lead right hook. And there, just those digging shots to the body. And those hurt so bad. We've seen it all night long. Fighters really digging that body, and it's paying dividends. Everybody who's been able to implement that plan has been winning the fight.
Chris, in the brief 3-year history of BKFC, those are the most clinical body shots that we have seen. Andrew Glenn sending both fighters to the neutral corner. Dr. Don Muzzi, president of the Association of Ringside Physicians, looking at Dakota Cochran.
I mean, I don't think this is more a head issue as opposed to getting hit in the stomach. Body shots, that's the story of this game.
1 knockdown to the head, 3 to the body, recorded by Mike Richman in round number 1. Round number 2. Is there a way back for Dakota Cochran?
Well, if so, it's going to have to be a stoppage because I don't see him win on the decision.
Right hand from Mike Richman. Cochran trying to reset. Big left hands. Cochran missing with the right. Step in. Down goes Cochran for the 5th time in our main event.
I mean, Richman just seems way too fast, way too accurate with his punches.
Blood pouring out of the nose of Dakota Cochran.
He's not getting up.
The 10 count is reached by Andrew Glenn, and the dominance continues for Mike Richman.
Wow, that was impressive.
Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City, is the stage. And tonight, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships officially breaks ground in the great state of Colorado. First up, we kick things off with the preview. 2 fights to kick off this historic event and set the tone for BKFC 31. Then it's the co-main newcomer to the BKFC, but renowned fight finisher, Brandon Girtz, throws down tonight against 2-0 wrecking machine, Jake Lindsey. Then in the main event, the interim light heavyweight championship is on the line. Mike the Marine Richman will toe the line against Isaac Doolittle, 2 athletes with blistering power. Now that is a main event. And welcome to the First Bank Center right outside of Denver. I'm Cyrus Fees, and this is BKFC 31. What a night it is going to be as Bare Knuckle Fighting is officially in the state of Colorado for the first time. Folks, this is the preview. We call it the preview because you get the 2 fights for free on us. But then you got to get the BKFC app. It's very easy. In the App Store, you pick it up. $4.99 is what it costs. You get tonight's event. You get every event going forward for $4.99 a month. That's less than a tank of gas. The BKFC app, get all of our archive footage, buy t-shirts, buy tickets. You do it all right there in the app. Download it right about now. And here we go. It is about time to break into this incredible event, and we will send it down to the ring with Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle. First up, Sean, we're in Colorado. It's a big moment, but historically, this state has welcomed a lot of combat sports.
Cyrus, 29 years ago next month, the great Art Davie launched a fight revolution. That was UFC 1. Now, nearly 3 decades later, it's David Feldman launching a new fight revolution. Tonight, the great fight state of Colorado becomes the 11th to host a Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship event. We continue to roll through 2022. When we're at the end of 2023, that number will be a lot higher than 11.
So now we'll send it over to our gambling expert here, the walking fight of the night, Chris Lytle. Hey, Chris, what are you seeing for the odds for the main event and anything else that's kind of jumping off the page right now?
A lot of good fights, a lot of big money to made here. Really look at these fights. Some of the great ones I see, I really like Slaveski at -145. Now, if you're looking for the underdog, I really like Jake Lindsey, but Brandon Girtz at +200. He's in his hometown. He's always in good, tough fights. That's hard to pass up for +200.
And before the first 2 fighters walk, let's take a look at the rules of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. 5 2-minute rounds for all fights, scored by 3 judges on a 10-point must system. Hand wraps and tape must be within 1 inch of the bare knuckle. No being saved by the bell. No 3 knockdown rule. Clinch is allowed and encouraged. No elbows, kicks, knees, takedowns, no MMA maneuvers. And it's time to go to your first fight of the night. Let's take a look at the Crescent Tools. Tell the tape.
We open in the cruiserweight division, Keegan Vandermeer versus Zeb Vincent.
And the thing that jumps out the page at you, Sean, here, 4-inch height advantage, 4.5-inch reach advantage right now for Keegan Vandermeer. That's a lot. He's going to have to know that Zeb's going to come in, try and close that gap to land those hard punches. That Keegan will continue to land those jabs, those 1-2s to keep Zeb at bay every time and make him pay for trying to close that distance. And don't forget about that big fist size.
This is the pro combat sports debut for Zeb Vincent. He's had 9 MMA bouts, 1 amateur kickboxing bout. In our fighter meeting, Vincent said, I want to showcase a, quote, violent style. He said, I'm going to keep coming forward with heavy pressure. I've watched a lot of BKFC, Vincent told us. In my opinion, the key to victory in this sport is to land first and land hard.
Sean, it's good to see another guy that came through the tryouts, wants to aggressively move forward, hit at crazy angles, come at different ways that he's not used to, his opponent's not going to be used to seeing. But being accuracy is one of the most important things in his eyes.
Vincent said of his opponent in his cruiserweight bout, Keegan Vandermeer, I think that his striking is really based on throwing punches merely to set up his kicks. I see him more as a kickboxer or a Muay Thai fighter than a bare-knuckle fighter. Vincent said, I don't think Vandermeer can be effective just throwing punches. Vincent also told us, Chris, I feel that I can break Keegan Vandermeer with high punching volume and accuracy. I feel that accuracy over power will lead me through.
The thing, too, he wants to be in his opponent's face the entire time. He knows he likes to throw kicks, like inside that kick range, get in that punch range, stay in his face the entire time. He doesn't feel like his opponent's going to know how to handle that. It feels like jabs and uppercuts, overhand rights are going to be his key to getting that big knockout, Sean.
This is the Pro Combat Sports debut for Keegan Vandermeer. He's had a combined 7 amateur kickboxing Muay Thai bouts. He's also had 1 amateur boxing match. Vandermeer told us, my style is based on constant movement from the outside. I want to stay long, keep throwing the jab. I want to stick and move throughout, but I don't move forwards and backwards. I move laterally from the outside.
That was the thing, not moving straight in and straight out. A lot of switch steps, moving, changing from right hand to southpaw. Doesn't want to get greedy in there, Sean. Wants to make sure when he's landing punching, he's continuing to move. Doesn't want to plant in front of his opponent and wait for the return fire. Hit and move and get out of the way.
Keegan Vandermeer said of Zeb Vincent, I think he mainly throws wide punches, essentially just coming in swinging big for the knockout. I think when he throws wide punches, that makes him very hittable.
Really wants to land a big right hand. Feels like that is his best punch. Feels like that's what he can use to end the night quick.
Vandermeer, with that kickboxing Muay Thai background, said, I'm going to throw a lot of switch steps, something, quite frankly, we do not see often in BKFC. He said, but the switch steps will disrupt Zeb Vincent that will allow me to land consistent punches. To get BKFC 31 started, we send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and welcome to the First Bank Center here in Denver, Colorado. And welcome to the very first bare knuckle fighting event in Colorado State history. BKFC 31 for review begins with 5 2-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division, presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and gray. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 200.9 pounds. Tonight he makes his bare knuckle debut, fighting out of Kansas City, Kansas. Here is Zeb CWB Vincent. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears gray. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, 203.1 pounds. Tonight, he also makes his bare knuckle debut, fighting out of Denver, Colorado. Here is Keegan, the career killer, Vandermeer. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Both fighters up to scratch, 36 inches apart. Change of stances on the scratch line from Zeb Vincent. Round number 1. Forward pressure from Zeb Vincent. He's in the black trunks. Great front trunks for Keegan Vandermeer. Big strikes from both fighters. Huge shots now to the body. Dipping his head is Zeb Vincent. Rapid fire start to this cruiserweight bout.
And Sean, these guys are letting it all hang out right now. Nothing but more shots.
Off the jab, big right hand, huge left hook lands from Vandermeer. Vandermeer talked about the Vincent hooks, but it's the Vandermeer hooks early.
Knuckle up.
Overhand right, counter right hand, and down goes Zeb Vincent. Vincent was loading up, and he was caught now taking the mandatory 8 count from Andrew Glenn. 9, 10. From 8 to 10, and the win for Keegan Vandermeer in his BKFC and Pro Combat Sports debut.
And you can see the cut right now on the top of Zeb's head. I mean, just a bad cut. That, you can just hear that punch as soon as it landed, Sean. You knew that was a powerful shot.
guys just came out and threw bombs the entire time. You knew if one of those landed, it might be lights out, and that's exactly what happened.
As we go into this replay, Chris, go back to what Keegan Vandermeer said. Zeb Vincent throws wide punches, and with that, I feel that he is very hittable, as we'll see in the ending sequence of this fight. Vincent was loading up with a huge wide right hand.
That was it. You hear that, Sean? Wild up with that punch. Keegan just beat him to the punch. He just did that nice little right hand, bam, right on his opponent's head. Look at it. And you can just see the way he hit him, the blood start trickling out immediately. You can just see that spot on his head. Probably going to require a few stitches there, Sean, but wow, what a shot.
Zeb Vincent is a tough fighter. I've seen him fight in AMI MMA in both of our home states of Kansas, but Keegan Vandermeer at 6'4", landing hard, throwing from the outside, and catching the timing beautifully to the finish.
Just saw his opponent was getting ready to punch, and he just basically beat him to the punch, Sean.
Disappointment for Zeb Vincent. You see the big smile from Keegan Vandermeer.
Shout out MMA Sports Betting.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, steps in and calls a stop to the fight at 40 seconds into round number 1 for your winner by KO, Keegan, the career killer, Vandermeer.
Great debut for Vandermeer. Came out throwing hard punches, landed one. I can't wait to see this guy fight again, Sean.
Both fighters exploding off of the scratch line, both throwing big. And Vandermeer finding the gap as Zeb Vincent loaded up the right hand at the end. The winner by way of first round knockout, Keegan Vandermeer defeats Zeb Vincent.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for only $4.99 per month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including unlimited access to the full library of BKFC pay-per-views, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live Bare Knuckle fights from around the globe. You can access it anywhere you want, anytime you want, instantly on most streaming devices. It's all available right now on the new BKFC app, all here for only $4.99 a month. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, still only $4.99 a month.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship brought to you by OnlyFans, Crescent Tools, 8 Man Strong, and Skill House, the movie starring 50 Cent and Bryce Hall. How far would you go for clout? And folks, BKFC 30, one of our most memorable events, a historic event there from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Let's take a look at what went down.
This is the BKFC debut for Lauren Thibodeau. This is the BKFC debut for David Bosnick. There's the flick jab, rangefinder, left hook lands. Back to it, the fighters in the center circle. Again, Thibodeau coming forward. There's that naked right hand, and that drops Lauren Thibodeau. Thus far, he's really been using that jab as a diversion to land the right hand.
More being thrown by Thibodeau, more landed.
Big exhale from Thibodeau. Takes that rear right uppercut. Check left hook, entry, counter right hand, right back. Bosnick sitting on that right hand, hard jab. Good left hand on the entry from Lauren Thibodeau. Snick, unorthodox, but in landing. That left hook landed. Right hand lands from Bosnick. Big shots from Bosnick. Takes himself off balance, goes down, ruled a slip.
Your winner by unanimous decision, David the Boss Bosnick.
This is bout number 3 in BKFC for Zach Kalmus. From the Jason mask to the Michael Myers mask, Juan Torres. See the level change, left hand counter, right hand from Torres. Wings misses, now landing, big right hand. Torres trying to duck under, landing hard right hands in the clinch. It's remaining round 2. Kalmus coming forward into the center circle. From Kalmus couldn't fully land. Good right hand lands from Torres. Left hand on the counter. Not ruled a knockdown by Andrew Glegg. Stiff jab. The duck under, left hand. Clever from Torres. Short right hand again. Another right hand. Torres driving forward. Duck under again, right hand, left hand, big overhand right. Left hand, Kalmus landing a left hand, Torres with a left hand. Both fighters swinging freely, the overhand left. Left again, that is the end of the fight.
To the winner by split decision, Juan El Martillo Torres.
This is bare knuckle fighting bout number 7, career for Noah Cutter. Blake Lacaz from very nearby West Monroe, Louisiana. Some creativity. Cutter spinning 360, turned and nearly landed the right hand. Cutter again trying to explode in, and that's ruled a knockdown. Left hand got through from Lacaz.
It's what he throws that too. He throws a couple jabs, and that too's really what does the job for him.
Cutter now to the inside. Big shots. We'll see how Mergliata rules this. He rules it a knockdown, 1 knockdown apiece. Cutter coming forward. Cutter a big left hand, right hand. We might be done. Down goes Blake Lacaz flat on his back.
A lot of time left in this one though, and you can see right now Noah Cutter's going for the...
We are done.
For your winner by TKO, Noah Cutter.
Rayvon Baxter, 1-0 in BKFC. Tony Jenkins set to make his bare knuckle fighting championship debut in this bout. Another duck under, now the entry, bad right hand, and on the overhand right, that drops Rayvon Baxter. That short right hand again, clubbing overhead right from Tony Jenkins. These are huge punches. Short right hand, now a left hand. Explosive start to round number 2. Comes back into the pocket as Rayvon Baxter takes the left hook. Crowd here at Van Ewing Coliseum in Monroe, Louisiana. Round 2, 3.
Right eye's bad. We can't see out of it. We're gonna stop it, all right? Sorry, bro.
For your winner by TKO, Tony the Way Jenkins.
This is bout number 3 in bare knuckle fighting championship for Nathan Mitchell. Brandon Shavers set for his BKFC debut. Shavers said, I'm going to angle out, but instead it's a fast start for Brandon Shavers. Off the scratch line and drops Nathan Mitchell. Shavers coming forward. Big shots to the body. Left hand ruled a slip by Mergliata. Swing and a miss from Mitchell. Pulled the right hand back mid-flight. 1-1-2. Big left uppercut to the body, and that drops Nathan Mitchell for the 2nd time here in round 1.
For your winner by KO, Brandon the Shredder Shaver.
This is the BKFC debut for Duke Sensley. This is the bare knuckle fighting championship debut for Dennis LaBruza.
Pay the price to get inside.
There's an uppercut that got through from Sensley. Straight right hand, that was cracking from Sensley.
Definitely been true to his word. They're switching up all the time.
Straight right hand from LaBruza. There's the overhand right, counter right hand from LaBruza. Forward work into the pocket. There's the jab. Right hand, big swing from Sensley. Uppercut to the body, another uppercut to stabbing uppercut to the body under the armpit. Phenomenally accurate. Shades of Conor McGregor versus Eddie Alvarez, hands behind the back. Full on taunted now by Sensley. Uppercuts to the sternum. Right here, you can right hand. And we are done.
For your winner by TKO, Duke the Nuke Sensley.
This is bout number 9 in BKFC for Caleb Harris. Harris Stevenson set to enter his 7th bout in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Good right hand, counter left hook. Don't want to trade punch for punch. I want to keep my distance, land in high volume, in and out. Separation right back to it, orders Dan Berglianis. Right hand to the body from Harris. Good sequence from the half-high block. Caleb Harris suddenly turning up the temperature. Big shots on the inside from Caleb Harris.
Harris Stevenson's a little hurt right now. He's got to be careful.
And down goes Harris Stevenson. The count of 10 reach.
For your winner by KO, Caleb Lionheart Harris.
Bubba O'Bannon. 4 wins in the sport of bare knuckling. This is the BKFC debut for Ben Rothwell. 39 wins in his A-list pro MMA career. Round number 1, quickly off the scratch line is Ben Rothwell. He's in the red and black trunks and he drops Bubba O'Bannon. Here's the count from Andrew Glenn. I don't think Bubba's getting up. Ben Rothwell, a phenomenal steamroller-like performance.
For your winner by KO, Big Ben Rothwell.
You hear the massive ovation for Quentin Henry. Is the reigning BKFC light heavyweight champion Lorenzo Hunt. Round number 1, rapid fire start up the scratch line for Lorenzo Hunt. Quentin Henry down, Lorenzo Hunt down on top of him. Quentin Henry flat on his stomach. Looks like that has not started the count.
I think Lorenzo hit him when they went on the ground. That's what happened.
Get up! Get up! Get up!
We're going to keep the rest of this fight very, very clean. You got that, please? Very clean. All right.
Hook jab by Quentin Henry didn't land. Straight jab and that lands. Double jab now from Quentin Henry.
Quentin Henry's starting to open up a lot more than he has in the last 2 rounds.
The left hook. Wait. The right hand. Double jab. 55 seconds remaining, round number 3 of our title fight main event. Short overhand right from Lorenzo Hunt. Right hand right back from Henry. To the clinch, left hand from Hunt. Hunt on the right hand now coming forward. Henry covering up. Right uppercut, right back. Hunt lands, Henry lands. Down goes Quentin Henry. Wow! 10 reach, and the dominance continues.
For your winner by KO, and new BKFC World Cruiserweight Champion and the second 2-division BKFC champion in company history, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt.
Well, we've already seen some awesome action here at the First Bank Center. Clearly, that first fight was a treat for everybody that got here early because it was over really, really fast. Colorado got to see what BKFC is all about. Big knockouts, and they definitely got one with Keegan Vandermeer absolutely flooring his opponent to kick things off here at BKFC. Well, folks, let's go down to ringside. Let's talk to our guys down here, Sean and Chris. Sean, you know, we talked about it in the intro. We talked about bringing Colorado into the fold here and what that means with the UFC tie-in and all the history 29 years ago. But now let's just talk about what we have tonight. We have an incredible main event. We have an incredible Colorado crowd. Man, this is really special. It has a good fight feel to it.
It really does. This is one of the best fight cities, one of the best sports cities in the United States, without question. We talked about UFC 1. UFC 2 here as well, brought by Art Davie. The great Jack Dempsey was born in this state. There was a fantastic national martial arts tournament in the 80s and early 90s called the Sabaki Challenge. Pat Smith came out of the Sabaki Challenge. There are so many high-level gyms in this state, in this city. You think about the United States Olympic Committee. We're just south in Colorado Springs from where we are in Denver. So you think about USA Boxing, USA Wrestling. Chris, this is a phenomenal state for fighting, a phenomenal city for fighting, and that's belied by this sold-out crowd this evening.
Well, the main reason, I think, Sean, is a lot of people like to train here because of the altitude. They feel like in a sport like fighting, wrestling, boxing, anything like that, a one-on-one sport where you're going to go hard the entire time, this altitude really helps. So for whatever reason, all these fighters tend to come here and they want to train here, so it gives them an advantage. So there's a lot of really good gyms, and when you have a lot of really good gyms and a lot of really good fighters, you get really good fans. They understand the sport. They understand how hard people work, a lot of family, friends, and it's contagious. And so that's why I think you have such a great crowd right here.
Yeah, and speaking about that with the local fighters, obviously we're going to get Brandon Girtz in our co-main event. He's excited to get in front of this crowd. But there's a lot of great Colorado fighters on the card here. A lot of fighters from Kansas not too far away as well. Just such a great feel, and they're bringing all their fans out here. I mean, this place it's electric already, and it's very early. Normally, it takes a little while for people to get into the arena. That is not the case here. A lot of local fighters, a lot of local buzz.
That's exactly right. I was just talking to Ben Rothwell. He's made the trip here from his home in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The baddest man on the planet, Joe Warren, will be here. He lives just south of Denver in Monument, Colorado. Mark Montoya, who has the great Factory X Gym, which is a true factory for producing high-level fighters, will be in attendance tonight. Rosenami Yunus will be here. Again, Chris, you hit it. It's the altitude, it's the city, it's the culture of this state that brings in all of these great fighters, not just with the Amis through the United States Olympic Committee, but through the pros. Some cities you think, oh, they're a boxing city or they're an MMA city, but there are high-level boxing gyms, kickboxing gyms, Muay Thai gyms, and MMA gyms here. This is a lot like a field that we had in Albuquerque, Cyrus, where we had so many big-name fighters that night. Diego Sanchez was there, Holly Holm, John Jones, Cowboy Cerrone, the same vibe here tonight in Denver.
100%, and everybody that's already a bare knuckle fan or an MMA fan in general knows Mike the Marine Richman very, very well. And if you've been paying attention to our product, you know Isaac Doolittle very well. Talk about this main event, guys. I'm so excited for this one. Richman has been on such a tear, but I think a lot of people are counting out Isaac Doolittle, and I think that is a major mistake. I think he lives for these moments, and he is good against these type of opponents that are knockout artists. He can drag them into the deep waters and take him to a decision. I can't wait for the main event.
Well, the funny thing is both of these guys are undefeated, but they go about it different ways. But everybody who Isaac Doolittle has fought says, I know exactly what he's going to do, and I'm going to stop that. But you know what? Not one of them been able to do it, Sean. It's so weird. They know how he's going to fight. He's got to get inside. He's got to wear him down. It sounds easy to stop, but it hasn't been yet. He's fought 3 high-level guys, and he's beat 3 high-level guys. He's pushed them, took them in the deep water, went the distance 3 times. He's very difficult to fight. He's a very smart fighter, very smart individual. He's translated that over to his fighting style. Everybody thinks it's going to be easy. It's not that easy to land a clean punch against a very smart fighter, and he's proven that so far. So Mike Richman has the recipe. He knows what he has to do, but can he do it? That's the only thing that we're going to see.
And Chris, when I look at both Mike Richman and Isaac Doolittle, not only are they undefeated in the promotionally BKFC, but in this sport of bare knuckle, both came to BKFC with bare knuckle fights outside and other promotions. They have a plan A. They understand their plan A. These are 2 incredibly intelligent fighters who understand their strengths and weaknesses. They both understand their body types. Isaac Doolittle, very self-effacing. He'll talk about the fact he has very short arms, that he's not that athletic, that he's slow. He finds a way to win. Mike Richman, he was a 135er and 145er when I was commentating him in Bellator. He understands that at 185, he doesn't possess the power of someone who's cutting from 225. So he has modeled his bare knuckle game on his strengths, which is timing, speed, and accuracy.
So funny, Sean, a lot of times we're getting fighters and they tell us how much better they are than the other person, how they're good at everything and the other guy has no chance. These guys are so high level, they understand their limitations and they will readily admit, if I do this, I'm gonna lose this fight. I have to do A, B, and C. They understand, and understanding that makes all the difference in the world. They know what they each have to do to win. Whoever's able to implement that game plan, I promise you is going to win this fight.
Guys, I'm so excited. This thing is unfolding as we speak, about to get to our next fight. But right now, let's take a look at our OnlyFans exclusive look, our co-main event welterweight matchup. Brandon Girtz making his way into the arena. And then Jake Lindsey getting ready to make it happen in the co-main event. Could there be title implications for him if he picks up the win here? A lot going on in that co-main event tonight for BKFC 31. Now let's go to our Crescent Jewels tail of the tape for our next bout.
155-pounders now. Drew Angel Core versus Van Vo.
And if you look here, Sean, very similar, slight reach advantage for Van Tactic Vo. I don't think that's going to be enough to make a difference here. It's going to be who's going to be able to come in here, implement their game plan, probably going to get the victory, Sean.
This is bout number 2 in the sport of bare knuckle for Van Vo, and his first promotionally in BKFC. He's also had 15 professional MMA bouts. In our fighter meeting, Van Vo said he understands through his first bare knuckle fight that this sport is more about accuracy than power. He said, I thought it was about just swinging big, landing huge punches. Now I know that I have to work my jab. I have to move on small angles. I have to be creative in choosing targets. I found out it's not the same targets that are effective in bare knuckle as would be effective in boxing or MMA.
We'll talk about targets. One that he really likes is the body. Really wants to target the body. Feels like something he learned the last fight, as he feels like this fight can happen anywhere. Inside, outside. He has to have a game plan for every angle, and he's worked on doing so.
Van Vo said, I feel that Drew Angel Core will try to bully me. He'll try to work the clinch. I will negate that with my movement. I will control the pace of this fight through excellent movement and footwork. Drew Angel Core made his BKFC debut this past April. He defeated Timmy Mason by unanimous decision.
And Sean, what a fight. We always talking about liking seeing a guy get up off the canvas. Angel Core did that right at the very beginning, got knocked down, comes right back, knocks his opponent down. I mean, this was a fantastic fight. This is good because he's already been tested many ways. He understands he can be the hammer, he can be the nail. He wants to showcase right now. He doesn't have to always be both. He just wants to be the hammer tonight. Wants to showcase his skills, Sean.
Drew Angel Core, 1-0 in BKFC, 1-0 in pro boxing. He was a very good amateur boxer where he compiled a record of 20 victories against 5 defeats. Angel Core said, I want to use controlled aggression. Straight punches are my key to victory. I want to constantly measure Van Vo with my jab, staying on the outside, and I cannot try to force the knockout.
Feels like he's going to be much more composed, much more relaxed this time. Last time he was very excited, ran in there and just threw a bunch of punches. He said this time he really wants to showcase his skills that he has.
So often, Chris, fighters talk to us about making every punch count. Angel Core said the opposite, but he said so with real strategy behind it. He said, I will throw feints, I will throw, his term, throw-away punches to open up Van Vo, get him to move, distract him. I don't want to waste energy. I want to be smart, but there's also a method to throwing away these diversionary punches.
Sean, he feels like this fight right here is about putting the rest of the division on notice that he is a force in this division.
Once again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division, presented to you by Lions Not Sheep Apparel. Introducing to you first, Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears yellow trimmed in red, white, and blue. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, his official weight 152 pounds even. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle, ready for bare knuckle fight number 2. Fighting out of Dayton, Ohio, here is Van Tactic Vo! And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 154 1/2 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record at 1-0. Fighting out of Barstow, California, here is Drew Angel Carr. And our referee in charge of the action, Nick Sherlock.
Drew Angel Carr said, I really respect Van Vo's toughness, his experience. I just simply feel that he lacks the power to really trouble me in this fight. Round number 1. Black trunks for Drew Angel Carr, multicolored trunks for Van Vo. Forward pressure from Van Vo off the jab. Right cross to the body. Sharpshooter right hand, that misses from Angel Carr. Good pull from Van Vo. Early walk down pressure from Van Vo off the jab.
Very measured fight so far, so both these guys respect each other's power, you can tell.
Just a switch step from Van Vo. Again, he talked about small angles, creativity, constant movement. Here's the pull from Van Vo, eluding that overhand left from Angel Carr. 1:15 remaining, round number 1. Big left hook from Vo, not there.
I mean, both these guys are just cocked and ready to go. As soon as that one person gets in the range, they're looking to fire that big power shot, Sean.
Carr stepping in with the 1-2. Landed the 2. Oh, misses with the overhand right. Short, sharp right hand lands from Angel Carr.
Very great counter right there off a Van Vo punch.
Now 50 seconds remaining, round number 1 of this lightweight bout. Angel Carr coming in, took that left hand from Van Vo. Smear of blood on the forehead of Drew Angel Carr, above his left eye. See the head movement, the feints from Van Vo. Right hands, didn't fully land. Cool reaction from this crowd. And the walk down pressure from Van Vo.
Both these guys are doing a good job of doing some real subtle little feints to get the other guy to react.
Step in with the right hand, left hook misses from Angel Carr. Final seconds, round number 1. We're in the Denver suburb, Brookfield, Colorado. Sold out tonight at First Bank Center. That is the end of round number 1.
Angel Carr was throwing some really hard punches there at the end. You gotta be careful doing that. That can kind of wear you out and open yourself up if you don't land those big punches.
Let's stay composed when he rushes.
But man, both these guys are showing a lot of quickness, a lot of ability to throw punches and get right back into a good defensive spot, Sean. It's like they can overcommit, but they get back very quick. They compensate for what they're doing wrong very well. It's going to be hard to get inside and get a nice clean punch off either one of them, I believe.
Go. Hey, remember, feint, when we have them against the ropes, then we go. Don't fucking start rushing all crazy.
I feel like Angel Carr might want to take a little bit off of his punch. I think he's throwing a little bit too hard. It's kind of making where he's throwing himself off balance a little bit. It can open up for Van Vo to throw a counter, but it's been very difficult so far because both guys are so athletic and able to move out of the way very quickly.
At the top of the hour, our main card begins. BKFC 31. You can watch it live. Back up. The BKFC app.
Total live.
Our second bout of the night. You're with us live worldwide on our free view. Round number 2. Feints again from Van Vo. Subtle forward pressure with the open stance. Naked right, misses from Angel Carr.
That's the thing. You can see Van Vo has a very open stance right now. He's got to be careful. He's opening himself up to some punches. Who moves so quickly.
Misses with the right hand, tried to counter with his short shovel left.
Van Vo really talked about that body punch. He's headhunting right now. If he could turn those under, hit the body, it might do him a little bit of, put a little bit of work in there and can slow his opponent down a little bit.
Angel Carr trying to get his jab going. Vo playing off the 1. There's the 1-2 from Van Vo. That was slick. Big naked right hand. That landed clean from Angel Carr.
And it did, but Van Vo took it like a champ.
70 seconds remaining, round 2. Now forward pressure from Drew Angelcourt.
You can see right here the punch hole. Van Vo landed a few more, but a little bit better percentage right now for Angelcourt.
Angelcourt keeping hands high and tight. You see the open stance, open chest of Van Vo coming forward. Left hook not there, right hand right back in retaliation, not there from Angelcourt. 40 seconds now to go round 2. Double jab, 1-1-2 from Angelcourt. That backs off Van Vo.
Been a very good combination right there for Angelcourt. I love that double jab right hand, pushes the opponent back and opens them up.
Naked right hand again, didn't fully land. Ever so slightly, Drew Angelcourt turning up the temperature here in round 2. There's the jab from Angelcourt. Oh, you see the tick-tock movement, the jab back to the outside. 10-second clock, closing stages, round number 2. Very even thus far as the right hand lands from Angelcourt. Drew Angelcourt versus Van Vo. Next stop, round 3.
And right here, you're going to see a very nice naked right hand lead. That's a very dangerous punch right there, not behind the jabber thing. It's an every now and again punch, but it works very well right there.
Press in a little bit deeper, okay?
You can scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you directly to our main card, which begins top of the hour, just under 20 minutes from now.
So let's end with a hook after that.
9 fights in total headed your way. BKFC 31, our first time ever in the great state of Colorado.
Okay? He's going to be there, okay? Every hard shot you land, you stumble at him, he's going to go down, okay? Don't forget the body. Keep doing it. Keep getting him. Double, triple up the jab.
See Van Vo doing a very good job of avoiding those big punches of Angelcourt, so he's just missing his Angelcourt. So Van Vo's got to make sure when he just misses, he's able to counter.
Call of knuckle up from referee Nick Sherlock to round number 3. Good left hand from Van Vo, then Angelcourt coming forward, eludes that right hand from Vo. Fighters continually working off of the one.
Haven't seen either guy working the body. I like, there we go. Just as I said something. Maybe that's what the corner said.
Go off balance. Resetting is a check left hook. Vo lands the left hand on the inside. Angelcourt walking through it. Heavy pressure. Big left hand to right hand. Huge shots. Nick Sherlock saying that Van Vo was down. 3. And starts his count. 4.
Sean, was that because he felt like the ropes were holding up, I guess?
6, 7.
So that's the mandatory 8 count from Nick Sherlock. There is no standing 8 count under this BKFC rule set. But if Sherlock felt that the rope supported Van Vo, thus the knockdown.
Is that what it was, or do you think his hands touched the ground? I'm not able to see it there.
You can see Nick Sherlock pointing to the canvas. No real protest from Van Vo.
Van looks kind of hurt right there because that big right hand didn't react well.
Angelcourt cut outside of his right brow, but he has recorded the knockdown. Ruled as such by Nick Sherlock.
Van Vo's got to be very careful.
Big right hand.
I think Angelcourt right now really sees it in. If he can just throw that big right hand and land one more good right hand, I think he feels like he's going to get the victory.
So the audacious overhand left from Angelcourt a moment ago. Early on, it's been forward pressure from Van Vo, but now it's forward pressure from Angelcourt, lands the left hook. Van Vo now on his bite. This is with the rear right uppercut. Big right hand to the inside again. There's the uppercut from the half-tie club. Left hand now from Angelcourt to the clinch. Separation from Nick Sherlock. Closing seconds, round number 3. Jab right back from Van Vo. Big left hand and left hand again. Clean knockdown. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Here is the count from Nick Sherlock.
6, 7, 8.
See if they let this go.
No.
Nick Sherlock stops this fight. Drew Angelcourt now 2-0 in BKFC.
Wow, you just got a feel for Van Vo right there. He's really trying to do everything he can to make it past that round. Got caught right at the end with the big punch. That's all she wrote, Sean.
Two knockdowns recorded by Drew Angelcourt in round number 3.
And let's see the first angle of this one, Sean. See Van Vo a little off balance. It's hit with the left hand. It looked like this what did the damage.
That's the second knockdown.
Yep, it was that left hook that did the damage right there. Van did a great job of trying to get up. Was able to stand up quickly, but his legs were underneath him. So look, he fell back right away. Tried to get back. The ref told him to stand forward. Step forward, he couldn't do it. He tried, wobbling. Legs aren't there. Great stoppage by the referee. It would have been good to see if he could have had the whole minute to recover, but
Van Vo beating the count, so had Nick Sherlock determined Van Vo could have safely continued, Vo then would have had the full 60-second rest period. But Sherlock felt that Van Vo was finished, thus waiving the end of this fight. And that is a TKO win for Drew Angelcourt, fighting through adversity against the ultra-tough Van Vo.
You see here Van Vo threw a few more punches. Angelcourt let in more punches and at a higher percentage right here. Head strikes. Most of these guys punches they threw was headshots, so same stats right there.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Nick Sherlock, steps in and calls a stop to the fight at 1 minute 59 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by KO, Drew Angelcourt.
Another big win for Drew Angelcourt there, Sean. Showed he has toughness the first fight. This fight, he showed he has a lot of tenacity, a lot of ability to download and fight, see what's going on, and explode when he needs to. Shows maturing.
Drew Angelcourt told us in our fighter meeting he certainly respected the toughness of Van Vo. Vo showed that toughness, opening up 2 cuts on the head of Drew Angelcourt, but Angelcourt fully getting his offense going in round number 3. 2 knockdowns to the win. Victorious by way of 3rd round TKO. Drew Angelcourt defeats Van Vo. We are live tonight in Denver, Colorado, our first time for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship in this great state. We send it back in the house to Cyrus Fees.
And I'm standing back here with one half of our feature fight tonight, Chris Camozzi, a local boy here in Colorado. Welcome to the BKFC, Chris. I know you got to feel good about it, man. We were just talking. You've done about everything, fought for about everybody, but you've never been here. How's it feel to finally be here right now?
Man, I think this is one of the most excited I've ever been for a fight. I've been pumped all day, and I can't wait to get in there.
Well, I mean, it's a whole different breed, and I'm sure you know that. You've obviously watched the footage. You've been training. What have you been doing differently getting ready for this fight than you have over this entire career that you've had in MMA and kickboxing?
Man, I would say the only thing that's different is boxing every day. I was doing that before we signed the contract, training at Genesis. So, yeah, man, I don't know. It's for me, I guess I'll have to tell you afterwards, but I think we got it dialed in just enough.
So you drew Bubba McDaniel, and we talked about this as well. It's surprising that you guys never saw each other in your MMA careers, but you're going to see each other now. What do you make of your opponent? What do you think he's going to bring to the table in this matchup?
Man, I think we got a ton of experience between both of us. I think there's like 100 fights. So, you know, I don't know. I'm going to find out real quick. But, yeah, this is my night. This is my city, and I'm going to show why.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. You said it perfectly, because this Colorado crowd is amazing. They're making so much noise. They love the BKFC action. We've only had 2 fights, but they're absolutely electrified right now. Are they going to be crazy all night long? Is that the plan?
Look, most of my friends aren't even here yet. You're going to hear it when I come out. So I can't wait to see all you guys, and I appreciate everybody for coming out. And let's show them why Denver's such a fight city.
There it is, Chris Camozzi. You'll see him later tonight, BKFC 31. Let's go back to Chris and Sean.
Cyrus, thank you. That is our feature fight of the evening at 205 pounds. 2 UFC veterans, Chris Camozzi facing Bubba McDaniel. 2 highly accomplished MMA fighters in our co-main. That's at 165 pounds. Brandon Girtz, first fight coming to BKFC directly out of an outstanding run in Bellator versus the UFC veteran Jake Lindsey. Lindsey, though, has already had 2 bare-knuckle fights, and he's been victorious in both.
And I like the way Jake Lindsey's been doing those fights. He stays on the outside. He measures. He's always comfortable out there. I can't believe how comfortable he is for not having that many fights, but he seems very relaxed, wait for the right time, picks his opponent apart. Girtz is going to be a different animal, though. He's going to come forward the entire time, throwing hard punches. I love that when I asked Girtz, why did you want to do bare knuckle? And he's like, I just had to do it. You know, that was kind of my response to you saw it. You're like, I got to try this. I have to do it. I'm a combative athlete. I have to do this. He's excited to do this fight. He feels like this is going to be right up his alley. He wants to come straight forward, head movement, get inside, and land hard punches, throw hard punches. So contrasting styles, it's going to be a great fight.
If you're brand new to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, watching for the first time on our Freeview Worldwide, two things to tell you. One is that at the top of the hour, our main card begins. You can watch live exclusively on the BKFC app. The second thing we want to tell you, you have found the combat sport of finishes. A higher rate of finishes than in MMA, than in boxing, than in Muay Thai, than in Letway, than in kickboxing. 2 fights already tonight, and to the surprise of absolutely no one, Chris, 2 finishes. We open with 2 fighters making both their bare knuckle and their pro combat sports debuts. Big swings from Keegan Vandermeer and Zeb Vincent.
And Sean, you can see that's all it takes. If you land the one right punch in bare knuckle, you are going down, and that's all it took right there.
With Strikeforce veteran Lumumba Sayers in his corner, Keegan Vandermeer claims the first-round knockout victory. Bout number 2, Drew Angelcourt versus Van Vo.
And these guys went at it for a couple rounds, but same thing. Bare end of the round right there, got hit with the one punch. That did the damage. Van Vo was able to get up. He tried to continue the fight. Couldn't really step forward, though. His legs were not there. Watch him try and step forward. Sean just couldn't get it done. Great job by the referee.
3rd round TKO win for Drew Angelcourt. Now 2-0 in BKFC. Lorenzo Hunt, the newly crowned Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 205-pound champion. We told you Ben Rothwell is here. There are a lot of high-level fighters in the crowd this evening. Coming here, we're in the great city of Denver, Colorado. You see our QR code, you can scan it now. That takes you directly to our main card, which begins top of the hour, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 31.
Almost out on his feet. Let's get in all sorts of trouble. And
it's time to go humble somebody.
He's almost out on his feet. Let's get in all sorts of trouble and goes down.
I've never been impressed with anything that he does. Very one-dimensional.
He's in my way now, and if you don't want to move, then I will move you myself.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for only $4.99 per month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including unlimited access to the full library of BKFC pay-per-views, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live Bare Knuckle fights from around the globe. You can access it anywhere you want, anytime you want, instantly on most streaming devices. It's all available right now on the new BKFC app, all here for only $4.99 a month. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, still only $4.99 a month.
I am the best, pound for pound, bare knuckle fighter in the world, period.